Hello, everyone. I haven't named my hat yet, so you may need to help me name my hat. We got the Doctoberfest. Docs. That doesn't seem very original. Doxy. Hat. So we are doing we're doing something out of necessity this evening. It is an episode of, well, like I say, this is something that happens all the time, but we are doing Name That Breed because we've got the fundraiser coming up this Thursday. And, well, not everything is as obvious as the dachshund on my head. So I've got a box of dogs that we're going to go through, and we're going to try and figure out together. And I've got notes, I've got paper, I've got things that as we find them, we are going to figure out what these are, and I'm going to try and label them and keep the label with them. So that way I can maybe list these on Instagram and put hashtags that relate to the item that maybe more people will find it. Because what I'm discovering is that a lot of people donated some great stuff, and a lot of them are some of them are dog related. Well, if you're not a Doxy lover, and I can recognize the Doxies, and I have Dalmatians. I figured out the Cocker Spaniels. Somebody helped me identify the Boston Terrier. I mean, I did find some other breeds. And so I want to make sure that I maybe somebody who doesn't care about Doxies, but if they say, oh, I love Boston Terriers, I need that, I want to make sure I can do the hashtag. So I have some items that we're just going to have like speed round, go through some of these. And I will just say, if you happen to like something that we are identifying, you can buy it. I will not stop you. I would love to have some of this thing sell before the fundraiser on Thursday, simply because I've got too much to sell. This has been, everyone's generosity is overwhelming and it's wonderful, but it's stressing me out. So let's see, we got some people in the chat. We got Peterson joining, and Roxana has joined us. Thank you, Roxana, for coming in. And let's see, Kylie, cat. Okay, no cats tonight, but we'll figure out. Chad's coming in, so no turtles tonight from the Terp State, but that's okay. Kara from Kitschy Corner. Let's see, Dana's here. I think I would recognize the Bulldogs, but you never know. Dana, you might be able to help me recognize Bulldog that I didn't recognize. Brian's coming in. Susicle has joined us. Susan Houghton has joined us. Mary Dugan. Sherry Edwards. That's so great. So many people joining. Diane. Oh, I haven't seen you in a while, Diane. Great for joining us. Let's see. Katie's in here from Vintage and Vinyl. Jerry's here from Life Flea Market Treasures. I owe you an email, Jerry. Also, quite a few people joining in. All right. So hopefully this will I want it to be fun, but it's going to be practical as well, because I do truly need to figure some of this stuff out. So I recognize the dog on my head, but I still have mastered this. So, but this one I don't know. So this is, let's not break it while I try and show it. This is a McCoy cookie jar. And to a certain extent, that might be all I need. But I'm wondering if this, we got Nancy's joined in, Jan's joined in. Sorry, I missed a few people. Helen has joined in. You guys have all been very generous working with, already making donations for the Doxies. And this I've had for a while, and unfortunately, I don't remember off the top of my head who did donate this, but it is a McCoy 272. And I did look it up. I did look up McCoy 272. Okay, so everyone is saying this is a hound. He's kind of hairy, though. Like, I thought he was like long, but you think, so we got the hound dog on Hee Haw. Yikers. All right, so we're gonna call this a hound. So we're gonna say the McCoy, and I'm hoping like I said, this one may not matter. I will promote him, but I think there were others on eBay, so most likely that's going to go into a live sale, because I don't think he'll necessarily generate a huge amount of interest on eBay. But I will look that again. So okay, everyone's unilaterally, we're calling him a hound dog. I'm totally on board with that. So we've got the McCoy hound. This I remember showing once before, and nobody was able to help me out. Jamie, don't you recognize a Doxy when you see it? So this on my head is the Doctoberfest dachshund wearing a mask. So he is going to be, he's actually currently listed on eBay right now. He's already got a bid. The eBay auction will end on Thursday in the middle of the live sale. I will also wear this during the live sale. So yes, so we got this. Gotta have the side view so you can see it. But yeah, so that is right. And this was donated by Melody and Halem. They went to Cincinnati for their Oktoberfest and they got me this to wear specifically for the sale. And I think it's currently going for $20. So it is on eBay right now, and he will end on Thursday. All right, this, I believe I showed this when I got him, and there's a pair of these. They're Francoma, and I looked up the Francoma mark, and all I found was dog mug. So I don't know if they did these with different breeds on them. I'm thinking a Spaniel, but I don't know because his ears seem not that long, but he does have a short tail. So I'm like Springer Spaniel, Brittany Spaniel. Like this is one of those, like I could just call him a Spaniel, but he's definitely not a Cocker Spaniel. Okay. So Kara's saying Springer, Dana's saying Irish Setter, Jan is saying Brittany. Then we got another Springer and another Brittany, and we got another Brittany. All right. So Brittany is pulling ahead. We may need to do this as an election. Majority rules. So right now it looks like Brittany is pulling ahead. All right, so now okay, so we've got actually some details. So saying that my dad had Springers, and Katie is saying this is a Springer. Cheryl said Springer. Got another Brittany. Spaniel, I think, is definitely a safe. We got another Springer, but then another Brittany and another Brittany. You know what? I'm not proud. I'll do both. So I don't even know how to spell Brittany. Is it like the name Brittany? 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 I guess I can look that one up. Or Springer. All right. I can use both hashtags. I'm totally on board with that. And that is what I thought. I mean, my next door neighbor had a dog named Biscuit, and it looked just like this, but his ears were longer. And I think he was a Brittany. And so that was where I'm like, but I don't know if his ear length was normal. And I was a kid, so I could totally be wrong. All right. And it's totally fine if some of these come back as mutts, because like everyone loves mutts. I have no problem with that. It's just if I can identify it, I want to be able to identify. So, yep, why not do both? That is exactly what I'm going to do. All right, so these happen to both be records. Can we identify either of the dogs that are on the records? And this is where it's entirely possible these will end up just being mutts. Although this one I think might be something. Hey, Nate. He looks like he might be a puppy version of something. And then that also complicates things. Like I might know what the adult version looks like, but I don't know what the puppy version looks like. So are these looking like anything? He's drawn in such a cartoony way. I have a feeling he's just a dog. But I'm totally on board. So Jan is saying a Spaniel Doxy mix. Ooh, that's fun. Hey, Tim. So we'll stick with this one. Ooh, so we got a King Charles Spaniel for the brown and white. I like that. Are you just making that up, Peterson? I'm totally fine if you are. King Charles. I don't think I've ever seen or know what a King Charles Spaniel looks like. So King Charles Spaniel for the brown and white. So that was this one. And then everyone else was saying that that's just a puppy mutt. Okay, so Peterson's saying that's definitely a King Charles Spaniel, so I'm cool with that. And then we're going with this one's a mutt. Okay, I'm good with Muttley. All right, so we got that as a mutt. Oh, I already did the identification of Muttley. I got that one all screwed up the last time I did the video. All right. So Cheryl's questioning that the snout might be too long for a King Charles, but if we've got enough that it's believable, I could tag him as a King Charles. And then if a King Charles owner, it's like, well, that's not really King Charles. They don't have to buy it. Like, I'm not forcing them in anything. All right. This is another, I'm thinking, a spaniel. Okay, wait. Can I do this without the pieces falling down, without you guys getting a glare? So this one, I'm hopefully holding it away because there's a coffee pot or teapot behind his head that looks like it's part of his head. So it's not. So this one has a long, very long tail. Again, it's an illustration. So it's an old play school puzzle. Very long tongue. Hey, Tim. It does kind of look like Scooby-Doo just from like here down. But no, we've got the dachshund. We've got a doxy. So we've got my dachshund hat. He is up for sale. He's currently on my eBay store. All the money will go to the fundraiser. The hat was a gift from Melody and Halem. So we're going with another spaniel, or we also had the option for a beagle mix. So another Springer Spaniel. So what did we just call a Springer Spaniel? We said this was possibly a Springer Spaniel. All right, so this one has a little stubby tail, and this one has a super long tail. And the tail is actually what's throwing me off on this one because it seems so long. And I know that like Basset Hounds are bred with a color at the end of the tail for hunting so that their tail is actually visible as they go through the brushes. And then I'm also on board with this just being a puppy. So we've still got some votes for a Springer Spaniel or a Spaniel. All right, I'm good with that. We've got enough flexibility here. We can call that one a Spaniel, possibly a Springer Spaniel. Makes me wonder some of the Spaniels that I've got over there. I have to make sure. Okay, so that was Play School Puzzle. Spaniel puppy. I'm cool with that. All right, this one is probably a mutt, but there's enough of a snout on this that I'm actually wondering if he's something. He's just a little beanie baby, but he's got this squared off muzzle, and I'm just not sure if he's supposed to be anything in particular. His tag says he is hodgepodge, which makes me think he's a mutt, but the hodgepodge is referring to his colors. Hey, Chan. So I don't know. I don't know why I think he's he's a dingo. Love it. Dingo ate my baby. I don't know why he just seems like if he just seems like he's an actual breed. That's what I think he is. You're right. I think he's a Doberman. I couldn't think. The German Shepherd, I think, would have a longer, like pointier snout. His is very it's very blocked off. Tie-dye Doberman. Ooh, we got to vote for a Bull Terrier. I'm not sure I know what a Bull Terrier looks like. I think I like Doberman because I think once you said that, I think that is what I was thinking. His ears are pointy. Yeah, there you go. Katie just said he has Doberman ears. So yeah, his ears are pointy and he's got the cropped tail. Oh, but Sandy's saying the Springer, the one on the cup is a Springer, and they most have cropped tails. Oh, in England, it's illegal. Okay, I've heard that. There's actually schnauzers. It's illegal to crop schnauzer ears in Wisconsin. So it's actually even state by state. They can change. Oh, Diane's saying the target dog. What was the target dog? That was like a bulldog or something, wasn't it? So Chrissy's agreeing, possibly going into... So Bull Terrier is a Spuds McKenzie. Okay. And then that's also what the target dog was. I think this is I think I'm going to go with Doberman on this one. So I think we're going to go Doberman. All right. Doberman. All right. Next one is, and some of these are going to be borderline because they're made in another country, and it's like, what did they reference? So this is Bezic porcelain. It is an ashtray. And it's like we should have enough information here to figure out what these dogs are, but I do not. So they have long ears, longish snouts, but they like you see very distinct jowls on this. And then kind of short tails. I don't know if that counts as cropped, but short tails and long hair. So again, so it's English, Basset porcelain. Do bloodhounds have long hair like that though? Because look at the way that it's showing on the back. It's like wavy. And I think bloodhounds have like short, tight hair. And that's what I was wondering too, but the jowls are throwing me on the doxies. Oh, hey, Carrie. So Chrissy's husband says bloodhound. Maybe I'm not thinking of what a bloodhound is. I thought bloodhounds had really short hair. And yeah, so Carrie's saying spaniels have wavy hair. A foxhound. I want to say foxhounds have short hair too. So spaniels. So Peterson's saying it's the jowls, but what did she say before that? Bloodhound. So she's saying bloodhound because of the jowls. And from that perspective, I would agree. But I think the long hair throws off the bloodhound idea. Actually, Carrie, I have a hat on because my hair looks actually awful. We had a set strike today, and I did not have a chance to get cleaned up afterwards. So it's a bad hair day. So we've got the dog is protecting me. So Peterson's still saying bloodhound. Chrissy's husband is saying bloodhound. Carrie's saying possibly an English spaniel. Now, I like the fact English because it is an English piece of porcelain, but I wouldn't know an English spaniel if it bit me. So Maria, hey Maria. So Maria is also saying they do kind of look like a hound dog. The jowls are the hound doggy, but the hair is what's throwing me. And that's the other problem, Kara, is yes, the sculptor could have totally just, they could have reused the mold from something else. Because I agree with Carrie, bloodhounds don't have that long hair like that. And actually bloodhounds have really long tails, don't they? Like, aren't they like really long, like tight? And these have very stubby, furry tails. So we're going back to possibly that's another King Charles Spaniel, and we're definitely another vote for a Spaniel. Noses are too short for doxies. I would agree with that. Ooh, Rottweiler pups. I don't know if I don't know what a Rottweiler. I don't know if I know what a Rottweiler puppy would look like. I'm getting a lot of votes coming in for another Spaniel. All right, so I think this one's going to go on the Spaniel list again as a possibility. I mean, that's another case where I think that's going to sell just because it's Bezic. Unfortunately, this was donated by a viewer that bought it from another reseller, and unfortunately, there's some damage to it. So I don't know if that damage was disclosed at the time it was purchased. I mean, it's a piece of Bezic, so it's actually, it's a very high quality piece. It's just unfortunate there's damage. So I will have to disclose that. All right, this is another one probably falling into the mutt category, but gonna ask. It's another cartoon, but is it a cartoon of something obvious? I don't think it says anything particular on his collar. So he's got a long, straight, not hairy tail, and he also seems to have jowls. So Peterson's voting mutt. Carrie's putting beagle into it. Snoopy was a beagle. Beagle. Oh, hey, Karen. Karen's saying beagle. Chrissy's saying beagle. I could believe this is a cartoon version of the beagle because that would give me the jowls. Jamie's saying beagle. Jan's houndish. Well, Beagle is a hound, so I think we're good with that. Jamie's Beagle. Cartoon dog. Hey, Tony. Springer Spaniels are smart. Okay, so we're going to go with that's a Beagle. I can go with that. I don't think I have. I'm not sure if I have any Beagles. That might be the only Beagle I have. That's excellent. All right. This one's might be hard to see because it's a relief, but it's color on color. This one is also made in England. It is Silvac, which I think is a good quality. A good quality. Now this one has the hunting hat and the crop and everything. So this one I'm going to assume is a foxhound, but it could be other types of hounds. It could be another type of hound. Yeah, so Silvac is definitely a well-known brand. And so that I did I don't think I've ever carried Silvac. All right, so Jan is saying a foxhound, which is kind of what I thought. And he does kind of look like a lab, but I think Peterson, because of the stuff on the back, I don't think that's a lab. So Katie's agreeing with fox. Chrissy is agreeing with fox. And that was like I said, that was my gut instinct. It was a foxhound just because of that hunting stuff. But I know there's other British hounds. No, it's actually, it does. It has that really like shiny finish. It is, show you in the bottom. It's ceramic or porcelain. So it's unglazed here. So you can see like that is stoneware. And then it just has a really high, it's got a metallic glaze to it. And it's got just really, really reflective. And it's a beautiful piece. It's relatively small. What do I have that I can show? Post-it notes, like 3.5 inches tall. So it's not a huge mug, but it's an absolutely perfect, beautiful condition. And it's glazed with that same metallic glaze on the inside. So yeah, the crop is, I think, what was supposed to try and give that away. So I'm going to say that is a foxhound. I'm totally on board with that. It was just one of those, like, are there other kinds that I don't know that are also into like hunting and stuff? So, okay, so foxhound, I'm good with that. All right. This one did not. Okay, this one is just marked Japan. So this is where, like Katie's talked about this before, this is where you get into, all right, well, how did the artist interpret the dogs? So because their tails are out and their noses are down, I'm going to be that this is a hunting group. But I don't, pointer, is it a spaniel again? Let's just assume they're both the same dogs. So Kara's agreeing with pointer. Peterson is saying pointer. Pointer. Okay, so Diana's saying setter, which that was one of the other possibilities, particularly with that brownish one in the back. That I'm like, I don't know my setters. I know my Irish setter, and that's it. But I think there's others. Katie's agreeing with pointer. Mary's saying, I would think she means coonhound. Edward's saying pointer. Hey, Edward. All right, we've got a lot of people voting for pointer. But Katie is saying that the tails would be right for a setter. Dana's going all in that this is definitely an English. It is an English pointer. I didn't know there was types of pointers. So either a setter or a pointer. Chrissy's going with setter. All right. Well, I'm going to go with both then. So we've got. I'm going to say English setter because not Irish. Is English? Who said English pointer? Are there different kinds of pointers, or do I just say pointer? Everyone else was just saying pointer. Pointer. Oh, one's a pointer, one's a setter. Oh, okay, I can go with that. All right, and Peterson has a coonhound, so she said not quite a coonhound. So, okay, I'm not sure I know what a coonhound looks like. So I'm going to say an English setter or a pointer, but let me know if it's supposed to be an English pointer. or if that was tied to the setter. Okay, cool. I liked that piece a lot. And I definitely don't have any pointers yet. This one is a Japan label. So there are different kinds of pointers. Okay, I'll just put pointer and let people figure it out. All right. So this one is just marked with a Japan paper label. Long legs, thin, like tight tail, longer muzzle, but not super long ears. You know, the ear ends right there. It's kind of hard to see. The ear ends, like where that white tip is, that's the end of its ear. So it's not super, super long. Oh, hey, Gritty Gret. So I think you might have been talking about the last one. So, all right. Nancy's going with the obvious. We'll go with that. I don't think I need to I don't need to explain that one, but thank you, Nancy. So we're saying that this one could be pointer-ish as well. Chrissy's husband says pointer. He's got good posture. I agree. He's ready for the kennel club. So Peterson, that looks like my old dog. But did Peterson say what it was? Okay, that's also saying, also I might have 2 pointers. Another pointer. Okay, and then another English pointer. All right, so I guess I didn't realize there were different types of pointers. Another pointer. Ooh, a fox terrier. Ooh, I don't think that's a terrier. I think a terrier would have shorter legs. Well, you know, I'm trying to give everyone the best chance possible. Edward says pointer. And Carrie, I 100% agree. And that's why I'm like, you know what? At this point, many hands makes light work. You guys, if you guys all decide that it's a mutt, I'm totally good with a mutt. But this one I was pretty sure was something. So it seems like most people are calling him a pointer. I'm going to call him a pointer because I think he is beautiful. And I think he will actually be very popular to someone who has a pointer. And again, that's like kind of what all of this is about. Is it's not just because I want to know. It's really because then when if I post pictures of him on Instagram or put him on the eBay as an auction, the right people will find him. So, and Karen agreed that it was also a pointer. And that's exactly right, Tim. And that's why I think he'll do well because he has the age. He's got the original paper Japan label. And that he's absolutely, like, people really did listen. I asked not to get things that are damaged. People paid attention. All right. I have a guess of what this is, but I don't know why, because I don't think I've ever seen one. I know this is a terrier, and I am guessing it's a Sealam terrier. Hey, JW Van Minimalist, I can't remember your actual name. Out of Milwaukee. Dalmatian with a lazy painter didn't want to paint lots of spots. And I agree. And that I'll try and put as many related search terms as I can. And I'll definitely put like hunting group, hunting dog for several of them, because like that one where they're both heads down, you know, those are clearly hunting also. And I think the word hunting will might get people's attention. You know, Christmas is coming and people are going to be looking for gifts for everybody. All right, so I said Sealam, which I shouldn't have said it because that's not tipping my hand. But so Nancy agrees with me. Katie agrees. I mean, it's definitely a terrier. And I agree with Tim. It's not a Cairn terrier. That's what Toto is. Westies are all white, to my knowledge. Westies are all white, so I do not believe he's a West Highland. Jan is agreeing possibly Sealam or maybe just a generic. Diane's going with terrier. Peterson's saying Westie. I'm going to go double down that this can't be a Westie. Westies are all white. Karen is saying definitely a Sealam. Dan is with the terrier. Ooh. I don't think I noticed. Oh, Scotty. No, I think Scotty's can be either black or white. I don't think they can be blended like that. And I guess there's really nothing on the back. Oh, wait, it says something. One moment, please. Made in Germany. Well, that didn't help. But so he's got the back on the back. So you can see like a little bit of a tail, but it's not really distinct. That also looks like a corgi tail. Ooh, I don't think I know what a Wheaten Terrier is. I've heard of it. And like I said, I came up with Cilium kind of like literally off the top of my head, and I don't know why. But now I'm liking Wheaten. I'm liking Wheaten a lot because that sounds super. That sounds reasonable. So if somebody can look up the difference between a Wheaten Terrier and a Cilium Terrier, I don't even know how to pronounce Cilium Terrier or how to spell Wheaten Terrier. So Nate's saying they're gorgeous, but would you say he's a Wheaten? Because I'm trying to think. I used to watch the AKC because actually one of our dogs used to be a show dog, and then he outgrew his standard, so we got him as a show reject, basically. But we'd been to the shows, and so he was a terrier, so we saw the whole terrier group. So Jan is thinking that Wheaten have shorter or floppy. Like that's the thing; these ears are ridiculously huge. So I don't know if Sandy might be talking about Wheaten. She said Weston, but auto spell check sometimes kicks in. I think I might have one that I'm trying to debate whether it's a Pomeranian or a Pekingese. But I don't have many of those. So we're saying that Wheatens have floppy ears. So then are we going to say that this is a Cilium? And I'll look at how to spell that. I'm going to write a note on Wheaten just in case. All right. Yes, I'll see if he's in the box. I will definitely show it to you, Christy. I can't remember. Yeah, I do have him. Oh, he's right here. Yeah, because he was one that I wasn't 100% sure on. He does have a tag on him, Bone China, Japan. So this is for Christy. So you've got it's got a long tail that's got the curl. And then it's kind of got a really big chest. And its ears are down and like kind of long, but not like super, super long. Very stubby legs. Not sure if the nose, I'm not really sure the muzzle, what that length means. So, okay. So Christy is saying that's a Pekingese. Kara is saying that's Pekingese. Okay. That was definitely one of the possibilities. Okay. So that's a Pekingese. And that was the only one you had asked if I had, were you asking about Pomeranians? That was the only one that was like, Pomeranians are like super furry, right? Like they're kind of like a big ball of fur. I don't think I have any of those. Okay. So we got Pekingese. So, okay. We're all good on the Pekingese. Somebody mentioned this. I think somebody might have said this before. This is another terrier. Now, I'm going to say I think I know what this is, but I'm not going to say. I'm going to see if you guys come up with it first because I don't want to lean anyone a certain way. So he's got the short tail that's still showing with like some pretty decent fur on it. This one does not have. He does say Japan on one of his feet. Just there you go. So it's stamped Japan. He's got some crazing on his tummy. Pretty decent every place else, but for some reason he has it on the right. So okay. So we got a wire fox, an Airedale. Christy's saying Schnauzer. It's definitely not a Schnauzer. My ex-wife had Schnauzers, so I've been annoyed by those enough. It's not a Schnauzer. So Katie's saying an Irish Terrier, which I don't think I know what that looks like. But Diane and Dana and Kara are on my page right now. I think this is an Airedale. Peterson also saying Airedale. Gritty Greta saying the Annie dog. He was a lot furrier. And I think Annie's dog, Sandy, was a mutt. So Christy has changed to Airedale. We're converting. Mary is saying Airedale. And this is what somebody had said earlier was a fox terrier. And that's what I don't think I remember what a fox terrier looks like. So I thought it was an Airedale because I think this is Asta from the Thin Man movies. So I think, see you, Nate. And that I don't know, Jan. I don't know about their colors. Asta was not all tan. Asta was like almost like this. So Karen is saying the same thing, but then Chrissy is doubling into not an Airedale. He has the muzzle of an Irish Terrier. Yeah, see, I'm not sure I know what that is. Ooh, I've never heard of a red Airedale. Okay, so Jan's saying Asta was a fox terrier. Oh, okay. Well, then I don't know. So I can go with either a fox terrier or an Airedale or an Irish Terrier. Okay, so we're going to write all those down. So we're going for a threesome here. Sorry. Irish Terrier, Airedale Terrier, and then fox. I couldn't remember what the third one was. Then fox terrier. I have no problem using all of those because he's gorgeous. I mean, he's absolutely gorgeous. But it's one of those that they do kind of start looking the same, and then you've got a Japan artist's representation of it. I knew it was a terrier, but that was one I wasn't sure of. All right, this one. Well, I'll just show you. So I have a guess. I'll be perfectly honest. One of the guesses initially was a cat, but I'm pretty sure he's a dog. The whiskers are on his face are throwing me a little bit. But it's just stitched on, and I do believe it is machine stitch. I think this is a production piece. I don't think somebody did this on their own. So I don't think this is trying to represent somebody's actual dog. So out of necessity. Okay. So this is what I was thinking. So I was agreeing that it was a Scotty. And Jan, I totally agree with you. It could be Westy, but only because they chose to stitch him in black. I'm going to stick with he's a Scotty because they could have stitched him in white since they were using white. And since they didn't, I'm thinking he's got to be a Scotty. I'm trying to think what a Yorkie looks like. Those are the really small ones, right? I don't remember what their tails look like. All right, J.W. Van Mel thought that last one was a fox terrier. So that was one of the three that I put down. Edward thinks a Scotty pup. Kylie, I'm on board. You can want it to be a Scotty pup. And again, everything that I'm showing is for sale. Just call him terrier. It's hard to tell. And that's right. It's hard to tell when they're stylized. So I'm going to put Scotty because I do believe that is what he is. But I will then put the other terms. I'll put in that it's a terrier. And I'm going to throw, I think you hit it, Jan. I think I'm going to go ahead and say Westy too, because Westies and Scotties kind of look the same. And yeah, he's stitched in black, but he's not filled in. So why not? All right, so Katie's actually going with a Yorkie again. I don't know. Yeah, it's all of the. I think whoever said it that it was stylized. I think you hit it on the head. That's actually kind of hard. Wait, you know what? Because we were talking about the other one, I'm going to show this one. Now this one, no, does not have a tag. It has a tag, but it doesn't say what he is. He just says he's a dog, so that's not helpful. This is a metal. I like hold him in a way that you guys can see it. So what do we think? Is this the Airedale? I think his legs, Mayberry Caboodle, I think his legs are too long to be a Schnauzer. proportionally to his chest and his head. So if this isn't the Airedale, which we said it could be, he's definitely has a different kind of snout. And then Airedales do have longer snouts than Schnauzers. Now, what's cool about this one, I actually bought this one and I'm donating it. What I liked about this one is he kind of has a saddle, but it's not a saddle. It's just like a little medallion that they put on the back for the Statue of Liberty. It's like a little souvenir of New York. So it's just like, it's a dog, but I don't know what this is. I don't know what an Airedale or any terrier has anything to do with New York, but I think he's pretty cool. Oh, so Airedales are tan and black. Oh, I didn't know that. I thought they were white. But I thought Asta was an Airedale. So you're saying Asta is a fox terrier. So I think that's what I was confused on. So I think I'm going to put this one as another terrier, but I'm thinking with that snout, I'm thinking this one is the Airedale. But I think what might get some attention to him is because, and this will go up on eBay, I think that what will get attention to him is the fact that it's also a Statue of Liberty souvenir, which I thought was kind of cool. All right. I've been doing stuff from Wade. I did an estate sale. Like I picked up all kinds of stuff from Wade, and this was one of them. Now, this again might be a mutt, but I think it's relevant that this is an English piece. It seems very out of proportion. If this is a dog basket, how small is this dog? So I don't know. Oh, now Kylie's just making stuff up. What the hell's a Welsh Terrier? And Susan is saying Asta was a wire terrier. Or no, I think somebody said that it was a wire fox terrier. I didn't know there was a difference. All right, so the metal one, we got another vote for an Airedale. So this one may be nothing more than a mutt. And I think it's supposed to be a puppy because just, again, the basket, he's so small in this massive basket. Like, I don't quite understand the scale. So we've got to vote for a mutt pup. Just a mutt puppy. Pup. Okay, shepherd pup. I could see some shepherd in him. I like that. All right, we're going to go with a puppy, but I'm going to put shepherd in there as a term. That one might just end up going to a live sale. I think I do have some German shepherd. No, I have a collie. I don't know what I have. I have everything, really. All right, so that is that. And then I have two other Wade pieces. And these you guys got to kind of tell me. No, wait. No, I've got three more Wade pieces. Okay, so let me show you the dish first. So this one says Whim Trays, Wade porcelain made in England. I have a guess at what this is. It's going to depend. Right now, there are things going on to eBay. If I feel that they're rare or that there's going to be a lot of interest in them, I will put some stuff onto eBay. A lot of these will just be fixed price things just to get them cranked through faster. Nate has already warned me I can't ramble on as much as I normally do in my live sales. But in my live sales, I'm just selling to have fun. In this, I have a quota. Like I need to get through everything. So I'm going to have to go a lot faster. So some of these are just going to get shown. And if I know what it is, I can just say, this is A. Now, Mayberry is saying an Akita, which is totally what I thought it was until Jan said it was a Shiba Inu. And now I'm thinking it's a Shiba Inu. And I don't know what a Spitz is. So I don't know. So we've got another vote for an Akita, another vote for an Akita. I've never heard of a Spitz like that. I think you guys are making stuff up. We got to vote for a Husky. It totally does look like a wolf pup. Kind of looks like a fox, but I'm going to stick with that as a dog. Head's too round to be a shepherd. I agree with that. Or no, that was probably the last one. I don't think it's a Pomeranian because it's only furry on the tail. There's too much. His legs are way too long. You'd never see that long of a leg. Okay, Samoyeds are all white. No, I believe you. We've entered into a breed that I've never even heard. And I think I've heard of a Samoyed. Are the Samoyeds the ones that don't bark? No. No, that's like a Basenji or something. So Samoyed type. Katie's on the Shiba Inu. Ooh, a Chow. Chows, I think, are like bigger all the way around. Like he actually seems to have a little bit of sleekness to him. Another vote for Husky. Yeah, the Basenji is the one that doesn't bark. A Spitz is fluffier than an Akita. Okay. All right, so I'm going to rate all these possibilities. So we're going to just tag the crap out of him. So Akita, we're going to say Spitz because, why not? Because I've never heard of it. Shiba Inu. Okay, and Jan and Katie agree with the Shiba Inu. And yeah, Kara's saying, and I agree with Kara. I don't think it's fluffy enough for a Chow. And then there was the Samoyed, a couple people had said too. And so I don't know enough. Samoyeds are big though, aren't they? I don't think he looks all that big. So anyway, and he's British. I don't know if that makes a difference. I don't know what kind of dogs the Brits have. So, okay. So that, and he probably is just going to go into like in one of the regular listings. Because people do like weight. Okay. So then the other one I have, and you guys have to kind of tell me, if we can identify them, I will probably split these up. But I feel like they should stay together because they're the birthday candle holders. So it's part of what would have been a larger set that you would have like a different one of, an extra one each year. But I don't know what these are. This to me doesn't really look like anything. Like his ears are kind of there. They're not folded over. Don't think they're broken off. You can see a little bit more from the back, so they are kind of cropped. But he's something. He's another like Springer Spaniel, Brittany Spaniel, English Spaniel, something along those lines. That's okay, Kylie. I'm afraid of cats, so everything's fine. Ooh, a Keeshond. I've heard of a Keeshond. I think those are bigger too. All right, so Edward's saying they should stay together. Ooh, a Corgi. I could live with a Corgi. I could see that. Now I've got to remember. I'll just say Corgi, but now it's like a trivia. He doesn't have a tail, so that's the Pembroke Corgi. Because Pembrokes broke their tail. So not a Welsh Corgi. He's a Pembroke Corgi. But I do like, so he's a Corgi. I like that. And I'm definitely into other opinions on keeping whether these stay together or if I should split them up. So everyone's agreeing that this is a spaniel of some sort. Now Dana's saying a Cocker Spaniel. He seems a bit big. Because if you consider he's in playbow position, his legs in the back look really long. So he seems like he would be more of a hunting spaniel. I mean, I think the fact that he's blue is not helping. I don't know any dog that's blue. And pretty much it seems like everyone is saying to keep them together. So I'm 100% to keep them together. Several are saying Cocker Spaniel. Okay, now Kylie is just making stuff up. What the heck is a Glen of Imal Terrier? Oh, and I would question whether that's a terrier at all. But is that like a weird Wisconsin thing? You have like a whole different type of terriers up there? So everyone's saying that's a Cocker Spaniel. Okay, I can go with that. I'll go with the majority rules. I'll put Cocker. what I need to figure out for several of these, what I need to figure out is how common these are. If there's a bunch of these listed on eBay, then that's when they go into the live sale. But if these are not particularly common, then I can put them on there. Oh, is the blue tick hound actually blue? Interesting. And I agree with Mary. I think that's too big to be a cocker, but I'm totally cool with just putting it as a spaniel. That's okay. I'm just people. That's why I'm doing this. I obviously do not know all of my dog breeds. So you guys are coming up with all kinds that I would never even have considered. And it's exactly why I want to do this, because if we could prove that is a, Klansman of a Nishman, then whoever has that dog would be like, I never see stuff for that. Here you go. So yeah, and that's the problem. So people know certain types of dogs. Ooh, the Shaggy DA. Now the Shaggy DA was a sheepdog, and that is not big enough to be the sheepdog. His sheepdog ears wouldn't be that long. So that, I would say, I like the reference though. But English cockers are English cockers are taller than American. I again don't know. I don't know if I know what an English Cocker Spaniel looks like versus an American Cocker Spaniel. I didn't know there was a difference. All right. So we're going to go with a Spaniel Terrier or Spaniel mix. And I'll throw Cocker in there as a possibility because I do actually have Cocker Spaniel stuff. And again, the blue is really throwing me on this one. I actually, you know what? I was going to say, I think that'll finish off my Wade pieces. It finishes them off with the ID. I still have Wade stuff to sell. All right. This one is either a cartoon dog or it's just a mutt. His head comes off, which is slightly disturbing. But so he's in play bow position. Great Dane. Clifford the Big Red Dog. Hound. I don't know. I don't know. The paint is kind of weird. I'm going to assume he's like just a DIY piece, but it seems like he was made to do something. And I that's kind of the reason I picked it up, because I thought it was Clifford, but I don't know. And it's kind of like a version of a bobblehead. And I don't know I don't know what kind of dog Clifford was. Was Clifford a bloodhound? Because I think you're right. This, I think, would fall under a bloodhound category. Oh, hey, Aaron. So we've got Clifford and we've got a bloodhound. So I'm going to go with that. I like that. But I'm curious, does anyone know, is Clifford ever, like, other than being a big red dog, is he ever described as being an actual breed? So bloodhound and Clifford. I can't imagine there's a huge amount of value to him, so he'll probably just be in a live sale, but I want to still talk about him like I know what I'm talking about. All right, these, when I first got them, I think somebody donated them. They're Napco. I thought, oh, look, he's long. It must be a dachshund. Well, he has jowls. So I don't think this is a dachshund anymore. So I don't know, Dana, if you're still here, is this a bulldog? It kind of has the jowls of a bulldog, but it seems like his body's too long. They're salt and pepper shakers. So this one has the two. So he stands this way and he's got the holes on the top of his head for two. This one sits up and he's got the three. Both of them have their quirks. They're marked. They both still have their labels. They've got the Napco foil label. Ooh, Basset. All right. So Dana's saying they're not bulldogs. All right. I can go with Basset. I had a Basset Hound. Bassets very, very rarely sit up, like ever. Their bodies aren't set to do that. But this was made by a Japan company that's probably never seen a Basset Hound. So they got the jowls right. But it was the fact that this one was sitting up was why Basset Hound never crossed my mind. Basset also don't have cropped tails. But again, this is a Japanese interpretation. So I'm totally cool because I actually don't think I have any. I don't think I have any Basset Hound stuff. So that's good. Because some of these, what I'm going to be doing is the ones that are slam dunks. I'm actually going to be creating like little mini lots of them, like the several of the ones that are Cocker Spaniels. I'm selling them as a group, just like you like Cocker Spaniels here. So this will be like the only Basset Hound item I have. So that'll probably go into the live sale. Only a few things left. So this one, okay, Dana, try and help you out. Bulldog. So this is, not my favorite piece. One is an ashtray. Second, he's peeing on the fire hydrant. But is again made in Japan. So what do they know? What do dogs look like? But I felt like this was trying to be something. So Peterson is saying Bulldog. I agree with Rosanna as being a naughty dog. All right. And then Diane said Boxer, which was one of the other possibilities. Janice saying Bulldog. Sandy said Bulldog. Kylie said Pug. All right. Well, Katie has to weigh in if she thinks it's a Pug. Boxer. It's like, it doesn't necessarily mean that he's proportional, but if you consider that this dog is no taller than the fire hydrant, I think boxers are bigger than that. But Kara's saying Boxer as well. Oh, hey, Bree. All right, so Dana's saying it's a stretch, but she is the Bulldog master. And she's saying that, yes, probably it is. It doesn't seem to have a tail at all, Katie. Like it just kind of disappears into the paint. Like obviously the way it was painted, even the fire hydrant paint seems to have wrapped onto the dog's butt. Mary said Bulldog, Mayberry, Suzical. So we got a lot of votes for Bulldog, which is what I thought. I admittedly did not consider Pug. Oh, wait. Uncle Andy's saying a French Bulldog, and I know there is a difference. So what's the other one? An English Bulldog? What do you have, Dana? Is it an English Bulldog or a French Bulldog? I think French Bulldogs are smaller, but feature-wise, I'm not sure I know the difference. Oh, that's interesting. Katie's saying Pugs don't have spots. Oh, that's cool. So Edward's saying Bulldog. Bulldog Boxer. All right, so I'm going to wait for Dana to address. All right, so Andy is saying English. Oh, Frenchies have bat ears. Yeah, I think I've heard that before. All right, so it seems like most people are saying that this is an English Bulldog. Okay, I'm totally cool with that. And I don't think I have any other Bulldogs either, so that's good. Because one of the things I've been so busy, I've not really done as much promotion for this as last time, and I'm concerned we're not going to make as much money with the fundraiser. But trying to recognize all the different dogs and running out of space, so we're going to put him up there. And I think I just stopped talking in the middle of a sentence. Sorry. This is not a DIY piece. I had him possibly as a Cocker Spaniel. Are Cocker Spaniels like really popular in figurines? Because I have like tons, or at least Spaniels. I've got dozens of Spaniels. Okay, I think Uncle Andy keeps changing his answer because Uncle Andy, didn't you just tell me it was an English Bulldog earlier? Yes, you said it was an English Bulldog. We are all very susceptible to suggestion here. Oh, I think, well, we'll see. All right, so Peterson's saying this one's the Cocker Spaniel. Another Cocker Spaniel. Roxana and Jan are saying Cocker Spaniel. Kara saying Cocker Spaniel. Karen saying yep. So I'm going to hope that's to my comment about Cocker Spaniel. And Kylie, you can buy anything you want now. You don't have to wait for the sale. I actually beg people to buy now. It's going to have less things in the sale. So it's another Spaniel, Suzical saying Cocker, Helen saying Cocker. Okay, so this one's a Cocker Spaniel. I have a lot of Cocker Spaniels. And because he was sitting up, it was one of those, like, he didn't seem quite the same as the others. So that's why I put him in the I wasn't sure box. This is a puppy of some sort. And I think he should be obvious, but he wasn't. Hey, Angela. I want to say like golden retriever or lab, but I don't know because it's the puppy version and I'm not really sure. So he's a planter. He actually still has a sticker. He's oh, wait a minute. What was this one? UCTCI. It's one of those where it's stacked. I can't remember what that one stands for. United China, I don't remember. So perfect condition. Very cute. So a lot of people are saying, okay, so we're seeing some puppies. All right. So Helen's saying a golden. Mary's saying retrieve. So we're going to go with retriever. Peterson said retriever, but I've got Jan and Diane with another spaniel. There's just a part of me that just does not want this to be another spaniel. Golden. Edward saying golden. All right. I'm going to go with that he is a golden because that's what I thought he was, but I don't know how to tell the difference. And this sounds stupid, but I don't think I know how to tell the difference between a golden and a lab when they're a puppy. So it's just one of those. And I'm like, not sure. All right. Only a couple more things. Some of these, again, they're falling into the cartoon category, so they may be nothing. This one I did look up because when I bought him, I thought he was the dog from Marvin the Martian. He's not. But to me, it looked like he had like a little space helmet on. But that is just his color. His ears are a different color than the rest of his body. And for some reason, he has like a mohawk. So he was painted by somebody. Just the quality of the piece, I don't think it's DIY. It doesn't feel right for that. But there's no mark or anything of who made it. It's very similar to that, the Clifford. It's like kind of the same type of material and also the same type of glaze. And yeah, so I think he's a hound. And I'm totally fine with keeping him as a hound, but I wasn't sure with those jowls and those ears, if that made him a bloodhound or like we were talking about coon hound and blue tick hound. Like we had all kinds of hounds. And I don't know other than a Basset, which I evidently didn't even recognize when I had one. And yeah, it's one of those. Once I looked up Marvin the Martian, it's not, but that's totally what I thought he was when I bought him. It's why I bought him. Be like, oh, cool, I love Marvin the Martian. Yeah, it's not that dog. I don't know if clown hound is a thing, but like the big red squishy nose, I totally would agree with. So Edward is saying a bloodhound, but most people are simply just saying hound. So I'm actually good with hound, but I might put bloodhound in as a possibility. Although, again, he is probably going to be a live item, but I can put some of this stuff onto Instagram promoting it. And then if you want to buy it off of my Instagram, you are absolutely welcome to do so. So that is that. What's this? Piece of cardboard. All right, this one, why do I have this? Oh, this came out of a little lot. Like this will probably just get tucked into maybe a mystery box, but unless somebody thinks this is something specific, it's the size of a playing card, but it's not. It's just plain. So I just thought he was cute, but any ideas what he is? Like he's really kind of fuzzy, and that's not the camera. It's just he's kind of like almost like a watercolor, like how he was made. So he's kind of blurry. So any possibilities on this one. All right, so bloodhounds have the really long jaws. Okay, so that I would totally be on board with that being a bloodhound. Oh, he's in trouble. That's yep. Oh, you're right. Oh, I didn't even realize. Yeah, he did. He knocked over the plant. Oh, I didn't even connect that that's what was happening. I didn't realize that was knocked over. I just thought it was just something sitting there. And so I would say it's a puppy again. So we got another vote for a Oh, hey, Sammy, since you come in. So we got another vote for a Springer Spaniel. And I would agree that's probably, with Diane, it's probably a hunting dog. So we've got another Spaniel, Springer pup. Like this is going to bring no money, by itself. But if this is a Springer, I have we identified like 3 or 4 other Springers. I can include it and make like a little mini lot and make sure it goes in there. So, okay. So we're everyone's saying this one's a Springer. Like and anyone know what he would be? Like literally it is, I have a deck of cards right here. It is the exact same size as the deck of cards. It came in like a little bag, and there were 5 of these, and 2 of them I think were cards, and then the others were blank. So like, is this what you would use instead of a Joker? But then why wouldn't Joker? So I don't know cards that well. It was odd that this was all by itself, but I did think he was cute, and I absolutely felt that he would be popular. So I'm going to put him. See, okay, so here's the test. I'm looking at what else we marked as Springer Spaniel. I'm like, okay, this doesn't look anything like the other stuff we marked, but it does kind of look like him. So I'm going to put those 2 together. All right, so we've got this little mini Springer Spaniel lot. All right, and the last one, this I actually just showed not that long ago. I think Debbie from Chicago or Dana donated this. I can't remember which. That I wanted to say, it's a top card for, I didn't know they did that. I thought you just used the Joker for that. Anyway, I thought this might be a Dalmatian simply because it had all the black spots, but I didn't think Dalmatians' ears were that long or were quite so jowly. So like, is this just a black and white? Oh, wait, Kylie is saying, are you saying, wait, I just lost it. So Kylie's saying is a puppy from Beds for Betsy children's book. Are you talking about this one, Kylie? Everyone else is saying it's a funky dog. Okay, Kylie's quite emphatic. No, he is the puppy from Beds for, I've never heard of that book. Beds for Betsy. Oh, the card. Okay. Oh, okay. That's interesting that they put the book design on a card. Maybe it's supposed to be a bookmark. The funky dog, cartoon dog. Got the hound, and I'd agree with Mary. That's a hound. Okay, so I think we don't have anyone like rushing in to defend a Dalmatian. Ooh, but Roxana's throwing in a wild card. Great Dane. Really, Kylie? Really? Just kidding. So Roxanne is suggesting Great Dane. I do not remember what a Great Dane's ears look like. Those seem really, really long. JW Van Middle saying an atomic dog. Mutt. All right, Kylie could go with a Dalmatian. I don't know. I think he's cute. So I'm going to put Dalmatian because I actually do have a couple other Dalmatians. So I'm going to put him as a Dalmatian because I think if you were a Dalmatian owner, I think you could live with making him a Dalmatian or giving him a home. So I think I will include him. We do have another vote for Great Dane. I don't know, the jowly snout I think is throwing me on the Great Dane, or on the on the Great Dane. So Susan's saying ears are all wrong, but I'm not sure for what. Wrong for a Dalmatian or wrong for a Great Dane? the downside to the 10-second lag. Like you're answering questions I asked 10 seconds ago. So it's always a fun game. I don't know what colors, what kind of colorations Great Danes have, Katie. I do agree he's very stylized. So it's like I think we can get away with just about anything. And I agree with Edward that he kind of does have hound ears. And a Dalmatian is a hound, isn't it? I think technically, well, maybe technically he's in a working group. Dalmatians have short ears. I would have noticed that probably when I put it with the other Dalmatian stuff. All right. Well, definitely not a Basset because his legs are way too long to be a Basset. Yeah, and Dana's totally right. Artists just take, and because I do believe this is a cartoony version of a dog. Like, so it may not be anything more than a mutt. Like I would totally be on board with that. But it's just like when he starts having really long tail, really long ears, really jowly snout, like what is that indicative of? And we're all learning because Diane said that Great Dane can have spots. I would have no idea. So you know what? Then if Dalmatians have short ears, that's the one thing that's killing this. Then it can't be a Dalmatian. So I'm going to go back to making him a hound or just a plain mutt. And I have no problem with that. There's nothing wrong with mutts. And he's just cute. He's cartoony. So I think people would like him because he's cute regardless of what he is. And I'm going to have a couple of mystery boxes just to try and move some of these things. And some of them, that one, I think I'll sell him by himself though, because I do think he's cute. But some of the mutts might just go into like a dog themed box just because it just, different fun stuff. So, all right. And I think, yes, that was it. That was the last unidentified breed. So you guys are awesome. Thank you. First of all, thanks so many people joining in. I thought I'd have like 5 people and we'd all be like pulling out the breed books. So that's great. You guys gave some great suggestions and I'm totally on board with some of the ones that we went with multiples, because if we can't agree, then I can just say, hey, then it's open for interpretation and I can tag multiple things and people will then make their own determination. So all of this, if you joined in, because there are a couple of names I didn't recognize. So if you joined in just because you're like, oh, I love dogs, what's going on? So just, keep in mind, this is all in preparation for the big Just One More Dachshund Rescue fundraiser, which will happen Thursday, November 11th at 8 p.m. Eastern on my channel. It will be a live sale. Everything will be sold at a fixed price, no auctions, no offer ups. We will crank through much faster than I normally go, just to crank through as many things as possible. Some items are already currently up on eBay right now. I don't do auctions on my live sale, but I do auctions on my eBay store. He's one of them. So this is currently up for auction. He's currently has bids and he's currently going for $20. This was a donation by Melody's Many Miscellaneous along with Halem, who's a regular participant in my live sales. So this was the Docktoberfest Doxy hat. We got a long tail here. I will sell him. He was new when I first wore him, and I'm only wearing him for these promotions and for the sale. And then if you want, I can sign him, or you can just buy the hat. But everything you buy that's marked that way for my eBay store, and anything you buy on November 11th, 100% of the proceeds will go to the Just One More Dachshund Rescue, JOMDR.org. The other thing, which I will be putting more information out during this week, we are doing sponsorships again this year. For every $5 of sponsorship you donate to the fundraiser or to the charity, you get an opportunity to win a set of 5 mystery boxes donated from resellers from around the country and actually around the world, because I have one coming from the UK. For every $5, you get an entry, and you will win 5 mystery boxes. And I will pull on air when we pull your name. We will also pull the 5 resellers boxes that you're getting. So you will know who you're getting them from. Then they will send them to you. You get whatever you want, but it's for every $5 you get a chance to win. And I'll be listing some of the sponsorships. You can make pure donations, but we're trying to do sponsorships because you can buy like a week's worth of food, a week's worth of medicine, a month's worth of, was one of them a vet bill? She gave me a list and I need to publish it quickly. Or you can just do like a random donation. But we're trying to like let people know, hey, I think it was like a week's worth of food was something like 25 or 50 bucks. You know, there's a lot of dogs that she's taking care of, and they are very expensive. So that's what we're doing. And for every $5 you donate, you will get a chance to win. You don't get a chance for buying stuff, but all of that money, because all of these things have been donated by wonderfully generous people from around the world. All of these items are being donated 100%. I'm donating my time. I'm giving up my live sale to do this. So all of that money can go straight to the fundraiser. So the charity last year received $3,500. We raised $3,500 for them last year. Our goal this year is $5,000. So really hope whether you support Doxies, if you support whatever, you know, if you can make some of the contributions to the charity, make those sponsorships, get those chances to win the mystery boxes. Half of the money we raised last year came from those sponsorships. So we're hoping to do the same again this year. I'll be promoting that. So watch my channel, watch my Instagram. Some of these will start making an appearance on my Instagram, possibly on my YouTubes as well, YouTube videos as well, in preparation for the sale on Thursday. So thanks so much, everyone, for hanging out. I'm loving the thumbnails. Or the emojis. I didn't realize there were so many dog emojis. So thanks so much, everyone, for participating. Thank you so much for helping me out with this, because I'm not kidding. This was a super, super helpful, and hopefully it'll help me raise even higher value for some of these items, because I'll be able to put them in the hands of the right people. So thanks so much for hanging out. Oh, and let me put that in the chat really quick. Mary, I should have said that before. You can donate directly to, I'm trying to type and spell at the same time. Not a good idea. Just one more docs. You can donate directly to their PayPal account. It's paypal.me/JOMDR, which is just one more dachshund rescue. So they're JOMDR.org. They are a 501c3 organization, so you can get, particularly for the sponsorships, you can get a letter of contribution for the donations. Particularly, I think the largest one is, I can't remember if it's 500. I think it's either $500 or $1,000, which, yeah, we're not really expecting anyone to do. But if you do, you actually get to name the next dog that they rescue, which is kind of cool. So we've got a bunch of different levels. You know, if you can't donate financially, this has been super helpful. So I appreciate that. And this just helps spread the word. You know, watch my social media, share it with your friends, you know, promote it into stories, whatever, just so that people know this is going on, and maybe some more people will participate in the live sale, and more items will sell, and we'll get more donations for the mystery boxes. And we will pull the winners for the mystery box grand prize. We will pull that during the live sale on Thursday. You do not need to be present to win, but we will be doing that on Thursday. So thanks so much, everybody, for your time. Thank you for putting your trust in Trusty Huckster, and thanks for helping the Doxies. We'll talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.